Now the news. Governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, has disclosed that the state government is owing pensioners in the state a sum of 14 billion naira. The governor made the disclosure while inaugurating a 9-member committee for the state local government joint account JAAC on Monday. Soludo, who inaugurated the committee shortly after the State Executive Council meeting at the Government House, Oka, also stated that the government was going to employ over 4,000 teachers to rejig teaching and learning in the state. According to the governor, the local system is largely twofold, including its financing and administration, noting that the state would set up the local government administration. He added that the administration of the local government was a bit challenging as the infrastructure in the various local governments, including the ones that have been burnt down, needed to be repaired. The committee is headed by the Commissioner for Local Government Affairs, Mr. Collins Wabuwane, while the Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Ifeatu Onejime, serves as the Vice Chairman, and Dr. Leopold Arinze Wanko Ikweto, Secretary. Other members include Barrister Ifeatu Obiokoye, member representing Central Senatorial Zone, Dr. Nnamdi Wadiobu, member representing North Senatorial Zone, Sir Van George Eze-Ogudi, member representing South Senatorial Zone, Dr. Chibuike Ofobike, member and Transition Committee Chairman representing South Zone. Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta and Vice Presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, says Nigeria is in dire need of leaders who will see the various parts of the country as one united nation. Okowa stated this on Monday when he received the Emir of Kano, Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, and His Royal Majesty Dr. Benjamin Ikenchukwu, the Dean of Abo Kingdom, at Government House, Asaba. He said that the nation was in their need of leaders who would see the strength in the nation's diversity rather than using it to divide the country. He said the visit of the Kano monarch to Delta was the kind of relationship that would help unite and bring peace to the nation, and called on Nigerians to see themselves as brothers irrespective of the diversity. He called for the harnessing of the experience and wisdom of traditional rulers in the country by creating statutory rules for them in view of their contributions to the growth and development of society. Okowa said the royal fathers needed to be assigned greater roles in the governance of Nigeria because they played very important roles in keeping the people closely knit together. He said if Nigerians were to find solutions to the challenges at the moment, we definitely need to have a working pact with royal fathers in this nation. He said this was because beyond being the custodians of traditions of the people, God had placed it on them to unite the people. The governor said unfortunately there were many voices that tended to divide Nigeria and expressed the hope that in the next few years the narrative will change. Okowa said he believed in the unity of the nation, saying Nigeria was stronger being together. The governor said if the strike extended into the 7th month, he expressed concern over the continued Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU strike, saying that it portends grave danger for the educational development of the country. The governor said if the strike extended into the 7th month, the implication was that those that would ordinarily have been admitted would not find space in the universities because the old students needed to move up for the new ones to come in. Earlier, the Emir Ado Bayero said his visit was to cement the age-long relationship between Kano and Delta states. Bayero said talks of disunity in our nation today was something Nigerians can sit and discuss because it had been done before with success. He expressed the belief that as a traditional institution, the government could not be blamed for everything because everyone had roles to play. He said with the right leadership, things would get better for the country. On 2023 campaigns, the traditional ruler urged politicians to encourage their followers to be of good behavior, while urging the people to go for what was good in the interest of the nation. The amalgamated Arewa youth groups and the Supreme Ebesu Order SEO yesterday differed on the over 4 billion Naira monthly contract awarded by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company NNPC Limited to a former Niger Delta agitator, government's Ekpe Mupolo, for the protection of oil pipelines. While AAYG held a protest against the contracts in Abuja, SEO warned the northern group to desist from making further hateful actions against Tompolo. The Iowa youth groups had, during the protest at the NNPC Limited headquarters in Abuja, called on the government to either cancel the contract or shut down the amnesty program office in the Niger Delta. It argued that it was unfair that the contract would be funded from the public treasury at a time the North was not getting significant support from the federal government to tackle the activities of terrorists. Dunia stated that the group would return to the NNPC towers if its demands were not met. His words, "Our youths are more than willing to die for the sake of the country, and they are not allowed to personally acquire light arms to defend their communities, not to even talk of getting significant support from the federal government." He called on President Muhammadu Buhari to sack the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timipre Silva, and the Group Executive Director upstream of the NNPC Limited, Adokie Tombommelie, for promoting ethnic and regional interests. Dunia also wants the NNPC Limited Group Managing Director, Mele Kolokiari, for rewarding criminality instead of patriotism. It wondered why the group would raise objections against the contract that had attracted encomiums from leaders and stakeholders in the Niger Delta. Nigeria's #1 celebrity barman, Pascal Chibuike, popularly known as Cubana Chief Priest, has given the sum of 500,000 to a young man he met at an event who initiated a selfie video with him. Recall that a few weeks ago, Nigerians condemned the socialite after a video of him giving a fan a dirty look surfaced online. Reacting to the viral video, Cubana claimed that the young man abandoned his duty, which was to decorate and set up chairs for the event, to play around. The young man and Cubana Chief Priest were both on a stage while preparing for a show that seemed to be going on. He turned his phone to record the socialite, who seemed disrespected by the gesture and gave him a negative look, which attracted much criticism. Cubana defended his action, stating the reasons for his action that the man was employed to set up his venue rather than concentrate on the job he was paid for. He tried taking videos of him. However, during an Instagram live video, Cubana Chief Priest jokingly scolded the boy and promised to bless him with 500,000 naira to boost his love for entertainment. The show promoter also vowed to hook up with the boy in Lagos to spoil him a little. That's the news. My name is Dabiro Gifts. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Aspheric TV on YouTube, and please follow us on all of our social media platforms. On Instagram and Twitter, we are Aspheric News, and on Facebook, we are Official Aspheric News. Thanks for watching. Bye.